Hello beautiful gorgeous friends, I hope you're all doing so incredibly well. New background because we actually painted our bedroom this beautiful dark chocolate brown. The color's actually called burnt chocolate and I love it so much, but I'm sitting on our bed right now and we are just redoing our bedroom finally, so that'll be a separate video, but it's very exciting. It's getting so cozy and I love it so much, but I have a few things to update you guys on. Number one, the thing that I'm currently most excited about, and that is my new phone. I got the Z Flip 7 and I am 110% obsessed with it. It is so much fun and it's so pretty and I love it. Right now you can like swap out your wallpaper every time you tap on it, and right now I have like a Lord of the Rings theme and I just think it's so much fun. I have been a Galaxy person for quite a while now, so I started out with Galaxy and then I tried an iPhone for like a year or two and I absolutely hated it. So we went back to Galaxy and then we had Google Pixels for like 3 or 4 years. Absolutely loved those phones so much. Do not sleep on the Google Pixel. They're incredible phones. And then my last phone that I've had has been the Galaxy Ultra S24 or S24 Ultra. And it's probably the best phone I've ever had. It was absolutely amazing. The camera quality, I've been doing all of my vlogs on that phone with the front camera and it's just absolutely incredible. I have absolutely no complaints about that phone except that it's very big. That's like the only downfall of it, and that's actually why I ultimately ended up switching to the Z Flip 7. It's because look how small it is. It's like, it's the perfect size, and then obviously you open it up and it's long, but it's not like huge and bulky. Like I can accurately reach across my thumb across the screen. And with the other one, it was so hard for like single hand use because it's so big. I actually still have it. It's in my kitchen. I have to like send it in for my trade-in. I was not due for an upgrade, but I was talking to Steven about it and I was like, I really love that phone and I love the idea of being able to use the back camera to vlog like this. Like being able to use the back camera and still see yourself, like that's so amazing. And I was like, gosh, I kind of really want it, but I don't want to spend the money because I'm not due for an upgrade, so I would have to like pay my phone off first. And he was like, you know what, let's look at it. So I ended up actually taking a deal called the jump grade, which is where you can turn in your phone and like your old phone and that'll credit towards your new one, and then you just pay them both off at the same time over time. Was it the most financially responsible decision? No. But Steven really encouraged me to do it because he said that I've been working really hard and that I deserved a little something because I don't really treat myself very often. Like for Prime Day, obviously like I showed you, I got a few things that I was like had my eye on, but like other than that I don't really like get myself stuff, especially really nice things like ever. And so he really encouraged me to get it, which was really nice. So I got it and I'm obsessed with it. I will say the camera quality is not as good as my S24 Ultra. I'll say that right off the bat. It's not nearly as good. Mind you, the camera for the video is pretty much the same because they both film in 4K. So I can't imagine my video quality for like my videos will drop at all. I mean, I guess we'll see because I will play around with like the settings and stuff, but oh, my chickens are screaming. But as far as camera quality goes, it's not as good as the S24 Ultra. So if camera quality is like the most important thing to you, I would stick with the Galaxy Ultras. But if you just want something fun and customizable and nostalgic and a really, really great phone, I highly recommend. I got the coral red color. You can't really see it, which I don't know why because I'm not like a pink girly. Like I should have gotten the black one, but the pink was just so nostalgic to me, so I ended up getting it and I really like it. I had a clear case at first, but it was just not a good case. Like it like creaked every time I opened it and my phone would like slide out of it. So I ordered this one actually on TikTok and it's got the MagSafe thing and it's like this faux leather, this really pretty brown color, and then it's got this ring. The clear case that I had also had the ring, but it was like a clip ring, which was really nice. I don't know why I look like blue. Like, do I look so... I look gray, don't I? But yeah, so that is the first update. I love it. Oh, I just got a text message. Oh, look at Aragorn. Everything else about it though is pretty fabulous. I got a little concerned at first because I had opened YouTube on this phone and it like would not load to save my life, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And it took me like the rest of the day to figure it out, but I was like, I bet you it's my font, because I had this really cute like fancy font, because I grabbed my other phone and I opened YouTube. I was like, maybe YouTube's like down, and it loaded immediately, like in a second, and I was like, no, like I don't want to like switch to a phone that's going to be really slow and crappy, you know? So I changed my font back to like a different one and it loaded just fine. So I will say that some of the customization might slow you down a little bit, but not all of it. Like I have this cute little fairy tale theme and it works just fine. I don't know. I love it. It's so much fun, and just the flip phone nostalgia, you know? My very first phone when I was in like 6th grade was a flip phone, and so it's just so much fun and I'm having a great time with it. So the rest of my vlogs will probably be filmed on this, so let me know if the quality is good or not. And the next video I'll be coming out with will be my Renfest video, because we're going to Renaissance Festival next weekend. I'm really excited. I'm hoping it's a good time. I mean, Renfest is always a good time, but I don't want it to start getting boring, because I will say that the Minnesota Renaissance Festival, they don't really put a whole lot of effort to like make it exciting every year. Like it's kind of the same stuff, and I'm really hoping that they do some like different shows or like different setups, and like even some of the food has changed. Like they used to be really good, like genuine authentic food, and they're starting to change a lot of stuff that's like clearly like from the grocery store. Like, so I'm almost kind of a little bit nervous to go. I don't want it to feel like a waste of time and a waste of money, and I feel sad saying that because I've been going to the Renaissance Festival in Minnesota since I was like 13. So I don't know, I guess we'll see. But anyway, next update is I started the Caraval series. I love it so much, you guys. So I finished the first book already and I'm on Legendary, and I am 12 chapters in, so page 112. And look at this fabulous bookmark. Let me get it in like the sun really quick so I can show you. It's like stained glass. I'm actually a rep for her right now, which is very fun. It's called Third Place Library, and my code is honey15. It's so gorgeous. I actually have like a whole stack of them. But her shop will be linked below. So pretty. I think I showed you guys actually my Christmas haul that I had gotten a couple of her bookmarks, but yes, I'm repping for her right now, which is so fun. But yeah, Caraval, I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. I was not expecting it to be as good as it is. The first book, I think I actually ended up giving 5 stars because it was just so much fun. The first like 75 pages, I was actually considering like DNF. I was like, this is kind of boring. I'm not having a good time. And then it really picked up and I absolutely loved it. The romance in it, oh, it is so gorgeous. It's very like fever dream vibey, like Alice in Wonderland kind of a feel, and I loved that. It was like the way that you pay for things. You could do like a day of your life or one of your deepest secrets or stuff like that, and the buildings were shaped like top hats, and there was a lot of like oddities and curiosities, and people's outfits was really fun, and it was such a good time. I absolutely loved it. So I'm on the second book now, which followed Tella, which the main character in the first book was Scarlet and then her love interest, and in this book it's her sister Tella. And I'm hoping I really love this one. Tella's not like my most favorite character. She kind of annoys me a little bit, but it's still a good time so far. And again, I'm just really enjoying the vibes, and the storyline is really interesting. So I'm really curious to see where this goes. I'm having such a fun time. And then the other thing that I wanted to update you guys on is that we got a surprise. We got surprise chicks. So at the end of my last video, I ended up not putting this in the video because it was like all of a sudden really stressful. After I finished my last, like filming my last section, my last video, all of a sudden I heard like screaming in the yard, like from one of my chickens. And I walk out and there's a coyote in the middle of my yard that my rooster is fighting. Later he came back and he ended up taking one of our chickens. We thought he took 2 chickens, but it was actually just one. And so the other one that we thought he had taken actually ended up popping up out of nowhere a few days ago with 4 baby chicks. So basically she was broody somewhere in the yard or somewhere in the swamp. We have no idea, and had 4 babies. I came out one morning and I look over and I see her because she's like a bright, like whitish yellow color, and she's the only chicken we have who looks like that. And so I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh, you're back. And then I heard little beep beep beeps and I looked down and there's 4 little poof balls, tiny little chicks running around with her. So that was a very fun surprise. So we have 4 new chickens. We don't know if they're hens or roosters or whatever, but I guess we'll find out soon. But they're so stinking cute. The other baby that we also have, who's kind of like a teenager now, we ended up naming Popcorn. We're not sure if it's a hen or a rooster, but we thought the name Popcorn was funny. Okay, so I need to get on with the rest of my day since I've been chatting for a hot minute. I texted my brother this morning to see what he was up to see if he wanted to hang out, but he has chores to do. So I think I'm just gonna run into town. So we are a 1-car family, but I currently have my mom's car for like 2 weeks because she's in California visiting our family. So I have a car, but it's like a smart car kind of a thing. It's a Scion iX or XI or something. So the car is literally like a clown car. Steven said I'm not allowed to take it out on the highway because it's dangerous. And so I actually have a car for the first time, like, in I don't even know how long, years. So I'm actually gonna go out and do stuff, which I never do. I'm a homebody. I don't go out and do things. So the fact that I'm about to go out by myself, it's like one of the first times ever that I've gone out and done something by myself. I don't do this. So I'm kind of nervous, but I think I'm gonna like call the library, which is also a big deal for me, and see if they take like book donations, because all those books that I unhauled for my unhaul video like months ago are still sitting in my living room because I don't have a car. So I think I'm gonna call them and see if they take donations, and if they do, I'll probably run out and do that, which is, ooh, I'm gonna go and do things, and maybe I'll grab coffee. Oh my gosh, I'm actually doing like solo girl things. It's crazy. But I will catch up with you guys and I'll be recording on this, so let me know how it looks. And I will see you guys soon. Can you even believe that I'm driving that? Okay guys, I've arrived at the library. I just pumped gas and that was so stressful. I think it has probably been a couple of years since I've had to pump gas. Like, even when I do drive, Steven pumps the gas. I am passenger princess through and through. So that was very stressful. I didn't know what I was doing because there was something that was like out of order and I was like pressing on something. I wasn't sure if it was a button or not, and I took the card out too early and it was a disaster. I am 31 years old. What is happening? But I am at the library now, like I said, but I initially parked down the street because there's like a farmer's market or something going on in town. And I parked and then I was like, what am I doing? I have to go to the library, which is like another block and a half away. So I'm here now. I've never been here before. It looks so pretty. It's like right on the river and I'm really excited to see what it looks like on the inside. I hope they have like windows and stuff looking out at the river. I would imagine that they do, but I have 2 boxes to take in. One is pretty big. So my brother got back to me. Like I said, he had chores and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just go out by myself. And he was like, go make new friends, go do something. And I'm like, okay. So let's go turn in these books. The library was so cute. You couldn't really see the river, but there was this area that you could walk out like onto a little porch area and you could see it from there. But I've never been in there before. It was so nice, and there was this really pretty little children's section where the wall was painted, all fun. But now I'm gonna walk to the farmer's market, which is like a block away. I love this phone. It's so discreet to vlog with. It's like I'm holding like a little square instead of a big phone. This is so nice. It's so beautiful out. Okay, so I ended up getting this stunning bouquet of flowers. Oh my gosh, probably the most stunning bouquet I've ever seen. And then a 32-ounce jar of honey and a bag of potatoes. Okay, sorry, that was a stressful little update because I was gonna get in the car and then finish the update, but then a car pulled up right next to me and the guy was just sitting there. So I left and now I'm parked outside of a coffee shop, but I got a 32-ounce jar of honey. I think this was like 24 bucks, which isn't bad. And it's like locally sourced and everything, so that was nice. And then of course, like I said, the bag of potatoes. But you guys, this bouquet is insane. Oh, look at the dahlias. Oh my gosh. And I have never seen like this one right here, like variegated. Is that what that's called? Oh my gosh, these blooms are so stunning. This was 15. Ah! Oh! It's so beautiful. I can't even. I don't know if I've ever bought a bouquet before. Like, Steven's gotten me flowers. I don't think I've ever gotten myself flowers before. This is kind of a sweet moment. My brother just texted me and said that his roommates ended up helping with the chores so he can go out for a little bit. So like I said, I'm stopped outside of the coffee shop. I think I might get something. I'm trying to decide if I want to or not. But my brother said that his roommates are going to make BLTs for lunch. So I don't know if I'm invited or not. I couldn't tell if that was an invite or not. So I think I might just get like a coffee and a muffin for now and then head home to drop these off and then head over to my brother's.
Here's that iced honey latte.
Okay, the coffee has been secured and it was a super awkward interaction. So this is like our small town coffee shop that is usually like really good. I've never had a bad experience like with the people, but I just had a really weird experience. There was like a young teenager, I guess, that was like there to take my order, and she was like so annoyed. Like, I was standing there and she comes up and she goes, "Hi," and then she said something and I was like, "What was that?" And she goes, "Can I take your order?" And I was like, and I'm not subtle when it comes to like interactions like that, so I kind of looked at her and I was like, okay. And then like an older lady who's we've seen here for years walked up, and I could tell that she looked really annoyed with this girl, like she had been reprimanding her or something. And I could tell that she saw my face, because my face, I was like, why are you talking to me like that? And so I ordered, and then she was like, "Okay, we'll have that right out." And she turned around to start making it, and the older lady goes, "I'll make it." It was so awkward. So the younger lady just like walked away, and the older lady got my coffee and it was fine. But I was like, did I interrupt like somebody being reprimanded or something? Because she was like so rude. But it's fine. I've got my coffee, and then I got this like savory Danish. That's what they called it. Or like a savory something. They had a strawberry Danish and like a blueberry Danish, which I absolutely love, but I figured I would get something else in my system before I head over to my brother's, because he texted me and said that I am invited. So I'm gonna go drop off my flowers, honey, potatoes, and then head over to my brother's house, and then I think we're gonna head out for the day and just probably buy stuff we shouldn't buy. I will keep you updated. Okay, I just got home. We have onions drying on the stove. That's what that is. Okay. So I'm gonna put the flowers in this cutie vase that I got from Wildflower and Honey. And I just wanted to say that I have not shown you guys the car yet. Like I said, it's like a smart car. I'll show you in a minute. It kind of like scares me to drive. The scariest part was on the way home, there was this like old, like, I don't know if it was like a Camino or something, but it was behind me, and I'm like slowing down and it was not slowing down as fast. And I'm like, this car rear ends me, I'm gonna die, because like those older cars are like made of steel, and I'm in a clown car right now. So that was a little sus, but okay. They don't really fit, but these are so gorgeous. Yeah, they're a little too tall. I should probably cut them, but I will do that later because I need to get going, because my brother just texted me and he's like, let's go. So, and that's like a half an hour drive still, but oh my gosh, these are so beautiful. I love them. The other thing too, really fast little mini haul. I got a package from Soapy Oaks Farms, whom I buy like my skincare and soaps and stuff from on Etsy. And it got here while I was gone. And I make, oh my gosh, the smell is really strong in a good way, but it was just, I just breathed it all in. I buy the Espresso Joy Follicle Stimulator Oil. Steven loves this stuff, so I usually buy this for him. It smells just, oh my gosh. It smells just like espresso, but it's like a face oil. He really loves it, especially for his beard, and I'm not complaining because it smells fantastic. And then I get this evergreen stuff. It's like a perfume kind of. It smells so good. I've been trying to make my own and it's like not working out, but like I said, I make my own soap and stuff, but I haven't been able to because our stove doesn't work. This is the one that we brought over from our cottage after the fire that we had because our old stove got destroyed by the firemen. So we brought this over from our cottage, but we don't think it works. So it's just kind of sitting here. And after all the scares that we've had with like natural gas and stuff, it's like we almost just want to buy like a new one, you know? But I got, what is this one? Woodland Bison. So this one has cedarwood, sandalwood, cocoa powder, charcoal, and black walnut powder. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. These are my favorite soaps of all time, and they're tallow soap, and they're actually so affordable. There was somebody else that I was buying tallow soap from, and it's like half the size of these bars, and they're $13. These soap bars are huge, and they last, and they're only like $7 or $8. Like I think the most expensive one was 11, and I think that was, oh, it's so pretty. And I think the expensive one was like the Manuka honey one, which is understandable because Manuka honey is not cheap. And then Manuka honey and oats. Rosemary Bison. I love rosemary so much. Peppermint Bison. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love soap, you guys. Like, this is one thing that I'm willing to spend like extra money on, you know? Cucumber and lime, obviously. I haven't tried this one yet. I'm really excited too, but okay, I just wanted to do that super fast since we were here. I have to get going though, so I should probably let the boys back in and then head out. Highly recommend. I don't have a code or anything. I'm not sponsored. He's just on Etsy, but he's so lovely. He's so kind, and he has a YouTube channel where he shows you like him making things, and he's just like the sweetest old man you'll ever see in your life. Also on the way home, I stopped and said hi to Steven at work, which was nice. And it's so funny because he saw me and he was like, I forgot that you have a car now. And I was like, I know, right? I was like, you'd be so proud of me. And he goes, I am. And I was like, I dropped off all the books at the library, and then I went to the farmer's market, and I went and got coffee, and he just had the biggest smile on his face, and he's like, I'm so proud of you. Because like, I don't do anything by myself, you guys. I literally don't. But I was like, I'm so proud of myself, I could cry. And he goes, don't cry, your makeup looks good. Gosh, he's the best. Okay, now I'm gonna head over to Zephyr's house. So beautiful. Oh.
Are you gonna buy those books or what?
I shouldn't, but I really want to.
Somebody else can go buy it.
I know, but it's on Amazon. It's on my wish list.
How much is it on Amazon? Look right now, you have your
Good morning. I just filmed a whole little section and didn't realize that I was not recording. I realized yesterday that I was filming in like the little 3x4 square screen, and I apologize. So I fixed that now, and I will have to set it up so it like automatically is in this setting every time. But anyway, I am just getting out of bed. It's like 8 o'clock, but I've been awake for like an hour and a half because I just slept so terribly last night.
and I always wake up early when I sleep terribly. But we live kind of out in the country, and there are tons of like just straight, plain, empty roads. And last night there were people like street racing on them. So all night long it was just like revving engines and burning out, and it was terrible. Steven was out like a light, but I was up all night long until like 3 a.m. listening to these cars race each other. So it was terrible. Yesterday was great. Obviously, I went out with my brother and we had a fabulous time. We went to so many places. I will show you what I got later, probably at the end of the day. Then we went back to his house afterwards and watched an episode of Gilmore Girls because he's watching Gilmore Girls for the first time right now and he's loving it. And I'm so excited about it. But I'm about to get up and get ready and go to church, which I'm very nervous about because I have not been to church physically since the beginning of the year, maybe even since last year. I feel like it was the beginning of this year, but it's been a while and I get sick every time I've tried to go. I think I've been to our church physically 3 times, 2, maybe 3 times, and I've gotten sick every time. So that's also why I slept terribly, because I was like so nervous about this morning and going in. And I'm amazed that I did not get sick yesterday, because if you've been here a while, I've talked about it, but like I get sick like almost every time I leave my house. Like I don't want to say I have anxiety, because like mentally I do not have any anxiety. Like I'm like excited to like go and do things, but my body is like, no, absolutely not. And I get really, really bad tummy aches. And like the last time we went to our church, I spent like 80% of the time in the bathroom. Like my tummy hurt so bad and I was just not feeling good. So I'm a little nervous, and that's part of why I was also up last night, because I was just thinking about it like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't get sick. I hope I don't get sick. But now I feel like I am, because I keep thinking about it. So try not to think about it. I really want to go to church. I'm very excited to go. I've been wanting to go in person for so long. And then I think I'm going to stay in that area, because our church is technically like 2 towns over. So I think I'm going to stay in that area and like go thrifting, and maybe I'll go to like Fleet Farm. That store is so incredibly nostalgic to me, and I love stores like that, like Fleet Farm and Menards and Home Depot and Cabela's. Like I just love stores like that. Like I wish I could go to Cabela's right now, and I could hang out in Cabela's all day. I love the vibes. There's one in a town not too far from me, but it's the opposite direction of my church, so I won't be doing that. But anyway, so yeah, I am probably going to spend the day out and about again, which is crazy, but so exciting, and I just really hope I don't get sick. I'm so appalled that I did not get sick yesterday. Like, it's actually blowing my mind when I think about it, but I'm going to talk more about why later, because I need to just get up before I just keep blabbing. So later today, I will do the haul of what I got yesterday and talk about that. So let's get ready for church. Hello. Okay, so I am yellow because I have warm lighting in my bathroom, so sorry about that. But I figured I would chat really quick because I forgot to tell you guys that I have a new obsession right now, and when I say it, I'm sure none of you are going to be surprised, but my brother finally convinced me to watch K-pop Demon Hunters. And I have been listening to the soundtrack on repeat. So I wasn't going to watch it initially because he told me about it like right when it came out, and he said that it was like an anime style, and I was like, okay, no, like the anime style like really bothers me. Like the fact that their mouths never line up like with their words and stuff just irritates me to no end. And so I was like, I can't do that. And then Kaya messaged me a while ago and she was like, have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters? And I was like, no, but my brother's been trying to get me to watch it. And she goes, it is so good. It is so like biblical. Like you need to watch it. So that was finally what convinced me. And so it was me, my brother, and Steven, and we watched it, and oh my gosh, that's like one of the best movies ever. Like I love it so much. I was just mind blown. But I find it very interesting that like people are so, well, I shouldn't say people are so split on it. That's what I was going to say. But like some people have a very opposite opinion. So I found it to be like incredibly biblical. So it's based off of technically like Korean mythology, and that's kind of what like the story is supposed to be about. And so if you don't know what it's about these 3 girls in a musical group
and their name is Huntrix. And it's like this generational thing. So there are 3 women every new generation, all the way back to like ancient times. They're a musical group that also simultaneously hunts demons, and the big power is in their voices. And immediately I was like, okay, well, that's amazing. And it's also like a musical movie, and you've probably heard so many of the songs. They're so flippin' good. But the like kind of devil like aspect of it, I can't remember his name, like Miga or Gami, or I don't even know. He ends up sending a boy group band into like the world to deceive people. And so basically this boy band comes on the scene, and these boy bands, like, they're like demons, and they're trying to like take Huntrix fan base away and like deceive people. Now mind you, this is not a Christian movie, okay? So it's like based off of, like I said, Korean mythology, but the themes in it were like, there was just so much stuff that I was like, wow. And a lot of it I feel was like blatantly biblical. I'm like, how was this not like inspired by a lot of Christian stuff? Because there are a lot of things that I'm like, that's like a Bible verse, or like that's like a biblical theme or whatever. But Christians are really split on it. So like, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, you might want to skip this part if you don't want to know. But I feel like it's kind of common knowledge. But the twist at like towards the end of the movie ends up being that Rumi, the main singer in Huntrix, like I said, is 3 girls. She is part demon. Her dad was a demon, and her mom was a demon hunter. And so that's like the big twist. And so at the end, like when they overcome the Saja boys, who is the demon man group or whatever, her, like the main song ends up being about like embracing yourself and like who you are and stuff. And it's actually my favorite song in the whole movie. I've listened to the song like 4 times this morning. It's called This Is What It Sounds Like, and the chorus says like, my voice without the lies, this is what it sounds like. Oh my gosh, it makes me emotional just like saying that. It's so good. Obviously, like a lot of Christians are like kind of split on the movie, because they're like, oh my gosh, like this is teaching people to like embrace their demon side and like embrace the evil and like all of that. And I did not get that like at all. When I first found out that Rumi was like part demon or whatever, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, it's like teaching kids that like demons are good, you know? In my head I was like, oh my gosh, that's like us, like our human sinful fallen nature. Like we all have like that dark side of us because we're like fallen humans, and we have that sinful nature. But it's a matter of knowing that we are sinful and that we are like fallen creatures, but still being able to fight for truth and reject like that side of us, you know? And like, even though the concept is of her like embracing that, it's more so to me like embracing the fact like, yep, I'm a sinful human being, but you know what? I'm still going to fight against evil, because she doesn't like follow the evil, like devil kind of character. She continues to be a demon hunter, and like they slay all these demons at the end of the movie after she's like embraced that demon side of her. So it's not like they're lifting up the evil. They're still slaying the evil and uplifting good. But I found it interesting because Allie Beth Stuckey, who's one of my favorite like Christian conservative podcast people to follow, she came out with a video about it, and she was pretty against it. Like she kind of believed everything that I was just talking about like how it can teach kids and people like false theology, which in my head I'm like, why are we looking to a movie for theology anyway? Like even if it was a Christian movie, that's not where I get my theology from, you know? Like get your theology from the Bible, not from movies. But anyway, but it can still show like biblical themes, even if it's not Christian, you know? Which is why I am so passionate about like, you can find biblical themes in anything, whether something is inherently Christian or not. But anyway, so she came out with this video talking about that. And she also said like it had LGBT themes, which is not true. There wasn't any LGBT people in it. And I think she said that even though the movie was not like in your face about it, I guess the director like supports it or something. And so that's what she had a problem with. But I don't know. I was not like super understanding of what she was trying to get at with that part. But anyway, so she came out with like the whole video, right, talking about it and how she wouldn't encourage it. She thinks it's bad. She whatever. And I was so encouraged at the comments, because literally all the comments that I saw were literally like, actually, like, I'm a Christian conservative and me and my kids watched it, and it actually opened up a lot of really great conversations about idols and demons and good versus evil. and all of that. And because one of the songs at the end is called Idol, and it's by xoxo Boys, the demon group, and it literally talks about like, let me be your idol, like my music is it's attracting you, it's sucking you in, let me be your idol. Like, it's like, oh, it was so good. But like, it's so true about how like a lot of people get sucked into like evil or even like false theology because of stuff like that. But it was so good. Anyway, but yeah, all the comments, I was like, oh, this is actually really refreshing, because I know, obviously, like I talk a lot about on this channel, that there are so many Christians who are like anti, whether it's fantasy or just like stories similar to K-pop Demon Hunters, because it's like, that's not theologically correct, which nothing is except for the Bible. Let's be so for real. I was just blown away by how amazing the comments were, because they were all like, actually, like, we loved it. Like, we're Christians and we loved it. We actually saw all these biblical themes and stuff. And I had put a comment on there, and I keep getting notifications because it keeps getting likes on stuff, which made me happy. But I basically said what I was saying. I think it was a great movie, and it actually had a lot of really great biblical themes. Should we take theology from it? No, but we shouldn't be taking theology from any movie, whether it's Christian or not. And that Rumi being part demon was a reflection of us and our sinful human nature, while still being able to, you know, slay evil and embrace good. And it was just amazing. So I was really, really happy to see that so many Christians had like a similar mindset to me. And there were a few people who were like, this is, you know, leading people into deception, it's evil, it's awful. And, you know, that's fine. If you believe that, then that's your prerogative. But for me, I just saw so many amazing biblical themes within it, and it was just so good. And I like cry when I think about it, because there's just so many good parts. But like, one of them that I keep thinking of was when at one part Rumi meets with the lead singer of the xoxo Boys, and he is obviously like a demon, and he knows that she's part demon, and so they're like talking about it or whatever, and they end up like singing this really beautiful duet together. It's like one of my favorite songs ever. At the end of the song, he says, he like stops and he's like, I can't hear his voice anymore, talking about, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. Talking about like talking about like the basically the Satan figure, because a whole theme throughout the movie is that like the evil satanic figure or whatever gets into your head, and like that little voice in the back of your head that tells you like you're not enough, or you're too much, or you're never gonna belong, that's him like leading you into darkness. And so after they were done singing that duet together about like facing your problems and overcoming and stuff, he says like, I can't hear his voice anymore. And I was, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. And I was like crying during the movie, but I was like, that is so good, because that reminded me of scripture. Like, when you focus on Jesus, like your problems and the enemy's voice becomes smaller. It's like James 4:7, resist the devil and he will flee. And it's just so good. It's like that quote that says, when you focus on the good gets better. And I just, I loved it so much. So anyway, if you have not seen the movie, I highly recommend. It was just, it was incredible. And again, it's not a Christian movie, but it has like an insane amount of biblical themes in it. And it was just fabulous. Oh my gosh, this eyeshadow is so pretty. I'll show it to you when I'm not in yellow light. Okay, we're doing a fit check for church in my messy office. I need to clean this mirror. But I've got my Redeemed shirt, and on the back it's got like the 3 crosses. And then I have my jean skirt from New Flora. I made sure that this was like tied down low enough so that like nothing is showing. Like, even when I lift my arms, like, I'm good. And this jean skirt is so cute. It's very expensive though, so I would recommend looking on like Poshmark for something similar if you want. And then I got my Converse, which I have not worn in I don't even know how long. This mirror is disgusting. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. All my packing material down here too, all of my boxes that I save when I order stuff. Anyway, my office is always going to be a mess, and I don't know if that's ever going to change. I will try my best, but we'll see. And more shelves, because I'm putting up shelves, so that's exciting. But anyway, yeah, fit check, adorable. Another cute thing about this phone is I can do like camcorder mode. So my phone is like, I just tried to show you, that's embarrassing. It's like bent in half, like a little camcorder. And I have a pop socket arriving like next week that looks like the top of a latte. So that'll be super cute. But It's like 9:40-ish and church starts at 10:30 and I have a 30-minute drive. And I think I'm going to leave early just in case I have to stop and go to the bathroom. It's kind of embarrassing that that's my life, but you know what? It is what it is. So it's fine. Then I said I was going to show you my makeup. It's, you can't really see it in this lighting. Hang on, let me go in the living room. Okay, you can kind of see it a little bit better in here. But it's a gorgeous purple. And this is only like 2 colors. So when I do my makeup as of lately, this is my favorite way to do it. I usually take a like liquid cream eyeshadow. I love Ilia's, they're my favorite. And I put that on with a concealer brush, and then after that is on the way I want it, then I will just dab on like a shimmer eyeshadow on top of it. And I get my shimmer eyeshadows from Etsy. Nothing super fancy. I think it's called like Dandelion or something like that. My very first reading vlog that I did on here like 3 or 4 years ago, I actually got my very first Dandelion eyeshadows in the mail on Etsy, and I showed you guys. There's like 3 eyeshadows that I got, but I've continued to use those eyeshadows because they're wonderful. They're super cheap. Like a pan is like $3, and I will probably have it for like the rest of my life because I don't use makeup very often. Okay, I definitely already got sick before I even left the house. But it's okay, we're pushing through. Hey guys, we made it. I just got here. It is like 10:15, so I'm like 15 minutes early, but that's great. I definitely got sick on the way here, but I didn't stop. I just practiced a few of like anxiety tips that I've been learning from somebody. Her handle on, sorry, I'm getting really awkward because there's people walking by. Her handle on Instagram is Life with Kate, and she's a nervous system expert. And a few of the tips that I've been practicing from her when it comes to anxiety and like me getting my tummy aches is 1, not to shove down the feelings, but to approach them with curiosity, because then your body doesn't see those feelings as danger or threat. And then 2, to focus on my body reactions, because a lot of people think like, oh, your body reacts to your mind, but realistically, a lot of it is your mind reacts to your body. With your mind reacting to your body, it's like can feel when you think you're in danger. So like for me personally, my shoulders and my jaw and my forehead get really, really tense. Like sometimes I'll notice that I'm like this when I'm driving, and I'm like, girl, relax. So I practiced that on the way here. I noticed that my shoulders and my like stomach was really, really tight because I'm like sitting here really, really clenched up. So I would just relaxed my body and approached my feelings with curiosity, and my tummy ache went away, which is amazing. So I feel good. I'm sitting out in the parking lot. Obviously you've been seeing people walk by, and I'm trying not to get awkward with people watching because this family just walked by and literally watched me the entire time I was talking. So I like to pretend that I'm just like FaceTiming with somebody. But anyway, I'm feeling good. I have a little bit of a slight tummy ache, but I unbuttoned my skirt and it helped a little bit. So I'm just gonna try to relax and let's head inside. Okay, church was so good. I was really hoping to stay and talk to the pastor, but I wimped out when he was open, and then when I decided to go back in and be like, no, I'm gonna talk to him, he was already talking to somebody, so that was kind of a bummer, but it's fine. I'm currently in the parking lot in the town that the church is at. Like I said, it's like 30 minutes from my house, the church is, and this is like another 10 minutes maybe. But there's this like food co-op market that's attached to a coffee and more attached to a bookstore, so it's kind of the perfect place. I think maybe I'm just gonna get like a sandwich because I'm really hungry. I had yogurt and blueberries this morning for breakfast, but I need sustenance, so I think I'm gonna get some food. But anyway, yeah, church was just fantastic. I think being there in person really does make a huge difference, especially for me, because I usually take like a 3rd page of notes maybe, and I did like a whole page of notes this time. It was just so wonderful. He talked a lot about the return of Christ and how being prepared for that is a little bit more simple than I think a lot of people nowadays make it out to be. A lot of people are like, you need to be up to date with like prophecy and like know the meaning of Revelation and like all this stuff. And he was like, faith, love, and assurance in your salvation is what you need to do to be prepared for the return of Christ. And I really loved that. And I am just fervently praying for everybody in my life who's not saved, because I want them to be in heaven with me, you know? So it was just a really beautiful message. I took a lot of notes, and yeah, it was great. So I'm gonna get some to eat and hang out in the bookstore maybe for a little bit. I've been here like 2 or 3 times. It's so precious. They have like a little fireplace, but it's like super tiny. I think I'm gonna stop at a couple of thrift stores. There's one just around the corner from here, and then there is one back that way. And then, like I said, I think I'm probably gonna stop in like Fleet Farm just because that store makes me so happy. There's a dog. That's my friend Lexi. So I just had like the most unpleasant Walmart experience. That was a bad idea. I should not have gone there. I should have known that it was going to be bad because there was trash all over the parking lot. And so I already knew that this was just not going to be great. Okay, first of all, on the way to the thrift store that I just went to, I was walking down this like sidewalk because it's like around the building on the other side of the building. And there was this guy like hidden between all of these stacked pallets, and he had like a backpack and a bunch of electronics and was just like sitting there hidden. I didn't see him until I was walking past it. And he like looked over at me like really aggressively, and I was like, so I just kept walking because I was like, that was a weird experience. Like, thankfully I'm not like afraid of that kind of stuff. One, because I throw a great right hook, but 2, because I have protection. We'll just put it that way. I get into the store and I bought this cutie copy of The Fellowship of the Ring, which is great because I have this like version of The Hobbit, so I'll be collecting my, I don't know, series in that fashion, and it was only 75 cents. I spent $1 at the thrift store because I donated. And then when I was walking out of the thrift store, the little library area that I showed you guys like a video of, he was standing there, the same guy at the entrance, just like plain standing. There's the arms hanging down by his side with his backpack on, like staring, almost like he was waiting for me to come out. And so I just walked past him, and we look at each other, like make eye contact. He doesn't like smile or anything. He's just very like, and so I was like, okay. And so I just kept walking, and I was like, this man better not follow me out of the store. Thankfully he didn't, but it got concerning for a second. I don't know, it was just like a really weird vibe. But yeah, the Walmart experience was really weird. Every employee was in like a bad mood. Nobody smiled at me when I smiled first, and it was super unorganized. There was stuff everywhere. And then when I was walking out, there was like this aisle that came out of the side. Like I'm walking like this and the aisle's like this. And this family like cuts me off. They saw me and they just like walked right in front of me, and I was like, okay. So I just stopped walking and waited for them to just go in front of me, and this guy that was next to me stopped, and he's standing there, goes, yeah, it's been like this all freaking day. And he just walks around and like walks out super fast, and I was like, what is going on? I'm so happy I went to church today because it was just like, it was not a vibe. So that was a really horrible experience. So I just got in my car and zoomed out of there as fast as I could. I don't even want to go to Target anymore. I want to go back to like my hometown and go sit by the river and read. But I'm going to do my Fleet Farm trip because I've been looking forward to that, literally for no other reason other than the fact that this store is just really nostalgic to me. When I was younger, we used to go to it all the time. So I just love the feel of like country stores, you know, but like woodland country stores. I don't know, I'm probably not making sense. Anyway, so yeah, I am parked at Fleet Farm right now. So I'm gonna run in, run out, probably get some water. I haven't drank any water today, and it's like 1:30. And then I'm gonna head home. I don't really want to go home. Like I want to be out, you know, which is so weird because I'm such a homebody. But for some reason, today and yesterday, I'm like, this is nice being able to like leave my house. Like this is crazy. Is this what being an adult is like? I should get a car. I should get my own car. This is nice. Okay, so I just got out of Fleet Farm. Much better than Walmart, although everything is wildly expensive, but I wanted to say really quickly that I just almost had a heart attack coming back to my car, my mom's car, because the passenger seat has a beanie on it. So when I was walking out here, I saw that and I thought somebody was sitting in the car, and I was getting ready to throw hands. My heart was pounding. I legit thought that some dude was sitting in the car. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna try the pretzels that I got. I've never seen this brand before. Pop Daddy pretzels. I got the yellow mustard. It sounds really good, and the ingredients weren't terrible. Like, they have a lot of natural ingredients. There is soybean oil, which isn't my favorite, and natural flavor, which isn't my favorite, but aside from that, there's like a bunch of herbs and stuff in here, so yeah, it's not the worst I've ever seen. So we're gonna try them. They're pretty good. I will say they're not as good as Dots, but Dots also has really terrible ingredients. These are good though. Yeah, that's a good snack. But I think I'm just gonna head to, like I said, the river and read there for a while, because I did bring Legendary with me in my cutie little book sleeve. So yeah, I guess I will catch up with you guys at the river. A gorgeous area of the park. I'm sure people can probably hear me talking to myself, but it's fine. I'm in like the most beautiful spot I can be, basically, and it's so peaceful out, but there's a lot of cars that are driving by. I thought somebody was walking by. But I must confess that I am not in the reading mood. Like, I keep reading like a few paragraphs and then I get distracted by looking around or going on my phone. So I'm wondering if I should just like run to the dollar store, because I wanted to look at what books they might have and a few eyelash options for Renaissance Festival. So I'm wondering if I should do that, and then maybe just, but I want to stay here. I was going to say maybe read at home, but it's so gorgeous here. I don't want to leave. Look how pretty this park is. And then I've got the river right next to me, and the bridge over there. But like I said, there is like that bridge, and then there's like a main road up here, so I can hear cars driving by. So it's not like the most peaceful thing in the world. It is quite peaceful, but I'm just not in the reading mood. And it's kind of a bummer because I'm in the perfect area to read. So I think I'm gonna try reading for a little bit longer, and then I'll probably head out and go to the dollar store and see if our local thrift store is open. The other one that I wanted to go to in the same town as my church is closed. I forgot that they're closed on Sundays. So yeah, I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit longer, and then we'll see if reading for a little bit puts me in the mood. Gorgeous friends. Okay. Oh, you can tell it's the end of the day. I'm getting like all glossy. So I just wanted to show you the little haul from yesterday. I just obviously got home. I stopped at the thrift store and I picked up those cutie little fairy statues, which I just put in our chaos garden out front. So stinking cute. And then I also ended up picking a book that I already have, which I did not realize, but I got The Masterpiece by Francine Rivers, and I already have the paperback on my shelf, which I did not realize. I get mixed up with which Francine Rivers books I have, because I want to read all of them, but I've only read her Redeeming Love, and I have a bunch of them. So anyway, I'll probably list this on my Pango. Maybe I will gift it. I'm not sure. But yesterday when we were at Target, my brother and I got these pants. They are barrel jean pants is what the style is called. Obviously they're a beautiful like olive green. They're 100% cotton, which is perfect, but barrel jeans are basically like in the shape of a barrel. They fit your waist and then they kind of like go out as they go down, and then they come back down into like a smaller part on your ankles. But I don't have very many pairs of jeans. I don't really like wearing jeans that often, but I kind of want to start because Steven says he really, really likes me in jeans. At Barnes & Noble yesterday, obviously, I picked up Once Upon a Broken Heart and Dance of Thieves because it was buy one, get one 50% off, and I prefer paperback, so I figured I would pick these up. I do already have a copy of Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I have the special edition from Barnes & Noble, and I want the series to match when I get the next two books. So I think, I don't know if I'm going to keep this or sell it or give it to my niece. I'm not sure, but the next two are not available like this anymore. So I don't want it to like be on my shelf by itself with the next two being like this kind. Obviously I'm reading Caraval right now and I love it so much. I didn't realize that Caraval is supposed to be like the precursor to Once Upon a Broken Heart. So I want to finish that series, and then I think I'm going to give Once Upon a Broken Heart series another try. I did like it. I think I gave this 4.5 maybe. I can't really remember. And I did tab it. I did enjoy it. I remember I just like wasn't obsessed with it, but I think maybe because I love Caraval so much, I might be a little more into the story now. At Trader Joe's yesterday, I picked up my favorite drink, which is spicy mango lemonade, and then their sour swimmers. I love these. They're so delicious. When we were at Five Below, I picked up the caramel apples. I don't really eat a whole lot of like candy junk food like this kind of stuff, but I am a sucker for these. I know they're not good for you, but these are so flippin' good. And then also from Five Below, I grabbed this frame because I have a bunch of art that I have purchased or gotten from Patreon that I want to put up on our wall, and I love fancy frames like this. So I picked that up, and it was only $5, Five Below. And then my brother actually got me this mug. Isn't it so rude? Isn't it so cute? It was only $8 at World Market. I wasn't going to get it. I was looking, I was like, oh, that's so cute, because they had a bunch of different colors, but I love the natural looking one. And he was like, then get it. And I was like, no, like I already have way too many mugs. And he was like, if you like it, then get it. And I was like, no, like I already have too many, like it's fine, I don't need another mug. And he grabbed and goes, you're annoying, and bought it for me, which that's our relationship, so don't be offended for me. And then also just now at Aldi, I got this little plant container. What is it called? A bud vase. So you can put flowers in here individually, and I just think that is so sweet. So kind of like that, which is perfect because the flowers that I picked up at the farmer's market yesterday is way too big for the vase that I have them in, so I'm going to pick out a few and put them in this, and I think it's so darling. I think this was only like $4 or $5. And then also at the thrift store, this is not in any order, I'm sorry, is this jar, because I already have one or two of these ones. Two of them. I'm looking at them right now on my shelf. So I'm really glad that I found another one. This was $4.50. Yeah. And I'm not mad about that. I'm going to have to replace the ring on it, but that's totally fine. I'm very excited to have that. And is that it? I think that's it. But yeah, today was just a crazy day. Church was wonderful. Really bad Walmart experience. That sandwich and coffee that I had at that shop was so good, and it was actually so much cheaper than I thought it was going to be. I got that sandwich and that latte for $11, which is not bad. I guess maybe I'm just used to our local coffee shop, which if I get a coffee and a sandwich, it's usually like $17-20, something like that. So that was really nice, and it was really, really good, and the people were so nice who worked there. And then the lady at the bookshop was super, super nice too. I kind of felt bad that I didn't buy anything. Yeah, I guess that's kind of my update for today. Yesterday was fabulous. Gosh, getting out has just been so good. But I also wanted to quickly talk about what I had mentioned this morning, and this is what I was journaling about when I was at that coffee shop. So when I had mentioned that like I usually get sick when I leave my house, and I don't really go out by myself like ever, partially because I don't have a car, but also partially because like I get sick. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I had a revelation yesterday when I got home, and I was talking to Steven about it, and I'm like all excited telling him about my day and what I did, and he was like so excited for me, which was amazing. But I had this revelation of why it was so amazing being out yesterday and today, and why it's just been like so fulfilling to me. And it's because if you've been here a while, you've heard me talk about this before. My husband and I were part of an MLM for almost 10 years. Basically our entire adult lives. Like I think I was 19 when we got in and we only just left 3 or 4 years ago. Not even that long ago, I don't think. I think it was like 3 years ago. But it was our entire lives for my entire adulthood so far, basically. And if you don't know, when you're in an MLM, what you do is you like contact people to get on your team when you're out and about. And now, mind you, there are normal people who are like, I don't just go out and talk to random strangers. Like if I strike up a conversation with somebody, I'll talk to them about the business, and if they're interested, then we'll move on to the next step and like, you know, meetings and stuff like that. Well, mostly people in MLMs are not like that. They go out with like the specific mindset of I have to contact people. And that was kind of like the team that we were part of were kind of like that, where it was like we had a goal of when you go out and about, have a goal to contact at least like 3 to 5 people or whatever your mentor like specifically set out for you. And I never contacted people because it was so uncomfortable for me. Like literally over 10 years, I contacted very few people. I would every once in a while if it like felt right or if it just the person was open to conversation, but I didn't really do that a whole lot. Mind you, I always had the pressure to get it done because it was talked about at every single meeting and our upline were always talking about it, and that's just kind of like how you get successful in MLMs. Like obviously it's about the amount of product that you move in the MLM that we were a part of, but a big part is also contacting people to grow your team so that more volume moves through so that you make more money, yada yada yada. So yesterday was basically the first time in my life, like in my adult life, that I have gone out by myself and I did not have that pressure to talk to people. I did not have that pressure to contact people. I did not have that pressure feeling like I needed to make something out of my time. Like you know what I mean? Like I was able to go out yesterday and just enjoy my day. I was able to go to the park if I wanted to. I was able to go to the store if I wanted to. I was able to go to the farmer's market. I was able to go get coffee. And there wasn't that looming feeling in the back of my head like you better accomplish something while you're out and doing something. Like it was the first time in my life, you guys, that I've been able to go out by myself and not have that pressure. And I think that's why it was so amazing to me and why I didn't feel sick, is because I had like this sense of freedom. So I brought that up when I got home yesterday and I was talking to Steve and he goes, yeah, like that's actually accurate. And I was like, yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like it was just a really mind-blowing revelation, and I'm thankful for our time in the MLM because I learned a lot and I grew as a person and all of that, but I don't talk to anybody in it anymore. Everybody pretty much cut us off. It's a long story. I'll get into it when I talk about my testimony, hopefully in the next month or two, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because it was just a big deal. So anyway, this video is so long. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to talk about that really quick and share my haul with you guys. But thank you guys so much for being here. It truly means so much to me that you take your time and spend it with me and are interested in my life. And I'm so thankful. My next video will be my Renfest video, and I'm so excited. I love you all so, so very much. And Lord willing, I will see you in my next one. Bye.